Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Toronto Blue Jays Legends Fantasy Draft Series here on MLB The Show 24. We return on my birthday. Not in real life, in the game. June 9th, 2024 is, in fact, the day of my birth 25 years ago. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Pretty crazy. So, in the game, it's my birthday. In real life, not yet. It's getting close. But today is June 9th, 2024. We're going to finish the month of June. Maybe do the draft in today's episode. I'm not 100% sure, question mark. We're 34 days out. I feel like it's probable that we'll do the draft because remember, in a series with the Legends, I always emphasize the fact that the draft does not matter as much as a series like the Padres or like the Bolts because the Legends are what the series is all about, not the draft picks. So the draft picks are more of somewhat trade bait. If you draft a really, really good one, I'm still going to try my best, obviously, to draft the best players because you can use them and their potential to trade for Legends, which is what the series is about. So I always emphasize, do not get attached to all the prospects that I draft in each year of the Legend series because more than likely, probably about an 85 to 90% chance they get moved and are not in the farm system for very long. That's always a possibility. So we'll probably do the draft because we don't have to really focus on the draft as a whole episode. And then I will probably combine the All-Star game and the trade deadline into its own episode because in the Legends series I like to play the entire All-Star game because then you get to see all the good Legends. You get to see them all. So, and that's, like I said just previously, that's what this series is about, is the Legends. So I think we'll stop it around the week before the All-Star break, and then next episode will be All-Star stuff, Home Run Derby, trade deadline, all that kind of good stuff. I don't know how active we're going to be at the trade deadline because I've tried to make some trades earlier, and I have not been able to be successful, so we'll see. I'll probably dabble. I mean, maybe we need to trade Randy Johnson because he's getting shelled. Absolutely Kabuki Warrior style. Shelled. 1-9, 5.85 ERA. And another little point of emphasis I like to make in these series is, in this series is that when you're dealing with Legends and you're dealing with Legend pitchers and you're dealing with real life pitchers going up against Legends, you always need to account that there's always going to be at least 1 point ERA higher than what they normally would. So let's say let's say Justin Verlander was pitching in real life or in a normal series like the Padres, he probably would have a 5.23 ERA at this point because you inject all those Legends into a series like this with real life players alongside them. They're just not as good. Some of them, or most of them at least, some of them are. Some of them can compete like the top pitchers in baseball. But some of the lesser end pitchers and some of the older pitchers, like we have with 41-year-old Justin Verlander, you have to basically subtract a point to their ERA to kind of figure out what they truly have pitched like. So that's kind of my process for how I evaluate pitchers. So basically, Verlander's pitched a 5.23, a 4.2, a 4.82, a 4.20, or a 3.20, a 3.82, a 1.26 for Jose Fernandez, and a 4.85 for Randy Johnson. If you think about it like that, it makes it a little bit better, but it's still not very good for guys like Randy Johnson and Verlander and all these guys. But we'll see what we do at the deadline. I don't even know, am I going to play this game against the A's? I don't remember what I said at the end of the last video. I don't remember if I said we're going to trade or if we're going to simulate to another game. I can't remember. It looks like we have a lot of home games coming up, so it's probably going to be a home game. We've pitched with Randy Johnson on opening day. We've already pitched with Jose Fernandez. We have not pitched with Trevor Bauer yet, so probably, you know what, let's go to Milwaukee and pitch against the Brew Crew. Verlander's going for a shutout. I believe in you, Justin. He did it. Good job. See, I was just trashing him, and he just did it. So, 31-37, 4.5 games back of the Red Sox. Trevor Bauer is the man that we will pitch with today against Chris Sale and the Brewers. I did remember to lower the ages of some of our players, so guys like Dustin Pedroia are no longer 40 years old. I also improved Pablo Sandoval to be more accurate to a Legend version of Pablo Sandoval. and I lowered his age too. So I did that for across the league, and I lowered Jason Varitek. So all of the created players that I brought into the series of created legends have been lowered in terms of some of their stats, some of their ages, or all of their ages, unless they were obviously like 17 or 18, 19 years old already. So all that's been done. Unfortunately, I've said this before, I cannot lower the ages of the real-life players for some reason, so Justin Verlander just has to stay at 41. If I had my way, I would lower everybody's ages so that nobody's retiring anytime soon, but I just can't. I can't do that, so... And I would also make Justin Verlander a prime version of himself, but I can't do that either. You can't adjust the stats or the attributes, or actually you can adjust the attributes of a player. So I could make him the prime version of himself, but we're already deep into this, and I don't want to go through every single team and make all their old players prime versions of themselves. So we're just gonna let it ride with what it is. But you can't, and it wouldn't even be that fair or it wouldn't even be that cool because then Justin Verlander is already 41 years old. He's probably gonna retire pretty soon. So it's not even worth it really. So we're just going to ride with what it is. Today's episode, we will take on the Milwaukee Brewers, and we will simulate the rest of the month of June and get to the draft and do that as well. So I hope you guys go and enjoy. If you do, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. We are on the road in Milwaukee, and we're going to rock the baby blues, the powder blues. Actually, these are more, not really powder. These are more baby blues, I would say, more than powder blues. Although I am itching to wear the old school 2006s because these are the ones that I grew up with. These are the uniforms I grew up with, so I'm really itching to wear those. But we are gonna rock. Let's rock the blues. I know it's a home uniform and we're going on the road, but I want to rock the blues, and I want to make the Brewers wear a different uniform. Let's make them wear the jerseys that I grew up with. I grew up with them wearing these uniforms, the 2000s. Prince Fielder, Ryan Braun, before he got suspended for steroids. Who else is on this team? A bunch of Brewer players. I remember a bunch of Brewer players, but I can't think of their names right now. Oh, there was a pitcher they had. I can't think of his name right now. Oh, I'm forgetting their pitcher's name. Why am I blanking on his name? I can't remember. But they're gonna rock their gold home uniforms with the old school Brewer logo, and we're gonna rock the powder blue, the baby blues, and that's how it's gonna be. You know the drill. Quick counts are on. Trevor Bauer on the mound, 80 overall, 5-4, and this is what the lineup looks like. Although Nolan Arenado is pretty tired, so is Carlos Correa. We might need to see a little bit of substitution here. So do we have a backup third baseman that can play? Not really, but we do have Pedroia, and it looks like Altuve is good to go. So Pedroia will play third base today, and Correa is pretty tired. But I don't think I have a backup shortstop unless I take away Pedroia. But Pedroia is playing third. Altuve can play short, but he's playing second right now. So I don't think we have a backup shortstop. So it looks like Correa is going to have to leg it out. But that's okay. He'll get a day off pretty soon. So that's what the lineup's looking like. Although I don't really want Pedroia hitting third. I think we'll switch Ozuna and Pedroia, so that Ozuna hits third and Pedroia hits sixth. All right, that's how we go. We'll learn about the Brewers team as we go forward, but let's get into this game. Trevor Bauer on the mound. Hopefully it goes well.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Milwaukee Brewers. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. And we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a 3-game set. They've split the first two, and regardless of how important the series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So, almost ready to get underway, and starting this one, Chris Sale. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
All right, here we go. We've got one of the better hitters in our lineup, Jose Altuve, leading off for us in Milwaukee against Chris Sale and the boys. Here we go. It's go time. 1-2 count. Down low, Altuve got a nice rip on it, but nothing too crazy. Into center field for the first out. And now we've got Torrey Hunter. What's Torrey Hunter got up his sleeve here? Hopefully some big-time meaty meatballs. I got around that, but not enough. Sends that to left field. I did see that the Brewers had Not Marcell Ozuna. I saw they had Joe DiMaggio on their team, and I think he's playing center field. He's the one that caught that Altuve ball. Oh, that was a sinker that I was not prepared for, but I did get a base hit off of it, so I'll take that. I was not prepared for that sinker for some reason. I don't know why. But Ozuna hits a single into right field, first base hit of the day, and now it's time for Mark McGwire. I need you to hit a home run here. I would prefer it. I was super late. Super late. Even though I knew where I always get super late on the pitches that I know are coming because I get so prepared for it. That one's a good one, and that's going to be in the gap in right center. I'm sending Ozuna home. He should have the speed to do it. Marcell Ozuna going around third. First to home on the Mark McGwire double. If Mark McGwire had any speed whatsoever, if any of these guys had any speed whatsoever really on the base paths, this could have been dangerous. This could have been an RBI triple, maybe even a 2-run inside the park homer. But because Mark McGwire runs like he's got a load in his pants, he only got a double out of that. But the man, the myth, the legend, Bo Jackson's got some speed. Bo Jackson around first. That ball's running a little bit faster than the ball that Mark McGwire hit, so he's only got a double. Am I ever going to get a triple? And we lead 2-0. We just switch Bo Jackson and Mark McGwire. I don't usually start this hot. I like it. I do not usually start this hot in the first game or the first inning of a Legends game. And Pedroia puts that into the gap. We are just hitting the gaps, ladies and gentlemen. Dustin Pedroia, he will switch places with Bo Jackson. And we lead 3-0. The boys are back in town, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Dustin Pedroia with an RBI double. Now it's time for Frank the Tank Robinson. What's he got? Does he got something for me? Ooh, that was a really good slider. 1-2 count. I felt like if I would have hit that, I would have grounded out, so I didn't want to take a swing at that. That's going to be a ball, although it's very enticing. I would like to hit that, but very enticing. They got Edgar Martinez on the trade block, it looks like. They're showing on the bottom ticker, they're showing guys that have trade interest. Why did I swing at that? Larry Walker's drawing some trade interest. Chris Sale's thrown 26 pitches in the first inning. Not a good sign from the Brewer probable ace. I don't know who else is on their pitching staff, but he might be their ace. Probably not, though. He's only like an 83 or something overall. So he's probably not. They probably got a 99. Oh, that's an ugly swing from Frank Robinson. Sorry, boy. Didn't mean to strike you out there. But they probably, every team I think has at least a 99 or a 98 in their rotation. Trevor Bauer on the mound against Maglio Ordonez, who is, if I could ever say his name right, is a guy that I would like to have on my team eventually. I was a big fan of Maglio growing up. So I'd like to have him on the Blue Jays roster at some point. It doesn't have to be this season or next season even. I just like to, at some point, have him on the team. And that's a fastball. He didn't swing at it. He thought we were going to pitch around him. We went right after him. And here he is, Joe DiMaggio at the plate. And Joe DiMaggio fouls off that fastball. Let's see if I can get him on a little cheeky cutter away. And I can call it. Call it. He went. Oh. Oh. How do you not call that a strike 3? The slider DiMaggio hits foul territory as well. I haven't thrown the changeup yet. We'll go here. And he gets it. He smacks that to center field. Torrey Hunter going back to the track with the sun in his eyes. Luckily, he's got the shades on. He's able to bring that in. That was a tough catch, too. He had to angle his body. Ooh, this is the good Chipper Jones, I'm pretty sure. There was debate in the first episode during the draft whether I should have taken Chipper Jones or not, so. Oh, that's a beautiful third strikeout. Well, third out of the inning. Second strikeout. Beautifully placed cutter. And now it's time for Jason Varitek. He feels rejuvenized? I don't know. He feels refreshed. Because we've lowered his age from, what was he, like 40-something? To now he's like 26. So we've revived his career. Same thing with Dustin Pedroia. That's why he hit that double. The RBI double. We'll see how Jason Varitek does. I like having Jason Varitek as the catcher. He's very consistent. He's a good hitter. Good defensive player, too. But there's always room for improvement. Nobody's ever safe on a Legends team, except if you're my favorite players like Ken Griffey Jr. Although last year we did trade Ken Griffey Jr. at one point because he was just sucking. And we had like the first year, if you remember, the first year we did the first season we did with the Mets, Ken Griffey Jr. had a really, really good year as Chris Sale walks Varitek. He had a really, really good year. But then after that, it just significantly just went down. It was crazy how poorly he was performing in simulation. So then we just had to say goodbye to him, even though it was a hard day. That's going to be in the gap again. What is it with us hitting gap shots here in what is this, American Family Insurance Ballpark, whatever they call this place? What is it with hitting gap shots? I love it. And Correa, the guy that's tired, hit that one. I guess he's not tired to hit a baseball. And now we got Jose Altuve with nobody out and runners on first and second. He can do some real damage here, and he will. He'll send that to center field. DiMaggio will come and get it, and that will send Veritek home. And that is a 4-0 lead in the first 2 innings of baseball here in Milwaukee. Chris Sale's getting shelled. I talked about Randy Johnson getting shelled. Chris Sale is the embodiment of getting shelled right now. We have woken up. That's going to bloop in front of DiMaggio as well. That's another RBI. I'm going to send Altuve to third. I'm getting a little frisky. Jose Altuve. Okay, maybe I shouldn't send. Okay, that was a little bad. I was getting a little too aggressive there. Little too aggressive, but I do score their run, so it's 5. And they're pulling him for a righty. Chris Sale doesn't even make it 2 full innings of baseball. Burt Blyleven will come in to relieve him. At that point, you should probably bring in a starter. You're only in the second. It's not like you're going to burn another bullpen arm or whatever. Ozuna swings over the top of a baseball. Probably shouldn't have made that base running aggressive error with Altuve, but I didn't think DiMaggio would throw me out, if we're being honest. I thought that I could get there in time, and I thought Altuve was fast enough, and that's a strikeout by Ozuna, so Blyleven comes in and immediately gets a strikeout. That's not ideal. I'd prefer that not to happen. We'll see what happens with Mark McGwire. Oh God, I was not prepared for that. He had like a little stutter. So you see that delivery? He had like a little stutter step I wasn't prepared for. But I really want to give Mark McGwire a chance. I want him to be, that's going to be an RBI single for McGwire. I really want him to be a guy on this team, like a big-time impact back. We had him last year in the Mets series, but we traded him, I think, within the first season or maybe very early into the second season. He didn't last very long, I know that. It might have actually been the first trade deadline of the year, of the series, that we traded Mark McGwire, just because I just didn't get comfortable with him. I didn't get a connection with him. I'm going to give him a fair shot this year. Even though I have been debating trading him to get Frank Thomas. Which I'm still highly debating. That is still a question in my mind. Do I trade Mark McGwire for Frank Thomas? Will it ever work out? That's a nice walk from Bo Jackson. Will it ever be our time? Will the stars ever align for us and Mark McGwire to be on the team at the same time together for a long period of time? Probably not, as Pedroia will ground out to end the inning. Most likely, so he can beat this throw. Nope, that was a good throw. But we do score a couple more runs in the second inning, so we go up 6-0 here. And now we've got Paul Konerko, White Sox legend. And he will stare to walk. So he's on base. First walk allowed. That is Nomar Garcia-Parra up next. He sends that into right center field. Torrey Hunter going after it. Easily makes the catch. Luckily, Konerko has literal no speed, so he's not a threat on the base pass whatsoever. So we don't have to worry about that. Alex Bregman at the plate now. And he smacks that baseball into left center field. I don't know if Torrey Hunter can make the play here. Torrey Hunter, he can! Oh my God, Torrey Hunter's got the range of a lion. Let's go. I was not sure if Torrey Hunter was going to make that. That was a good hit baseball from Alex Bregman there. I thought for a second it was gone. Luckily this ballpark's got some deep walls, so it stayed. Gleyber Torres, he's got some pop as well, but he's got no discipline. We should be able to swing and a miss right here with a slider. Oh, he almost missed it. Took it out of the box. We'll go change up, see what we got. The delivery, and he just barely fouls that off. All right, go back to the cutter. Wasn't thrown accurately enough the first time, and this one he sends into right field. Frank Robinson tracks it, and that is a quick inning for the boys. The good guys go up 6-0. We start the top of the third with the man who made the final out, Frank the Tank Robinson. And Frank, why'd I swing? Why did I swing? I knew the moment that pitch got released, it was going to be a ball, and yet I still decided to swing, and that one fooled me from the get-go. That was not like the first pitch. I knew the first pitch was going to be a ball. I still swung. That one, I was fooled from the jump. And Jason Varitek showing off his switchability, his versatility is the word I was looking for. With the switch hitting to the left side now. But can I actually touch Burt Blyleven? I haven't been able to touch him all day since he got in the second. And he will send that to shortstop. Veritek's out for the second out. All right, so the Brewers are coming back with a nice clean inning here after we dominated the first two. 3 runs respectively in each inning, and Correa sends that to right center. DiMaggio giving chase. He grabs it with that big, stupid, goofy glove of his and all the old-time players of that era. But he does grab it. I wonder if that does affect a catch out there in the game. I wonder if, like, you simulate a couple of home run balls that are possible of getting robbed, and you have a normal a current day player and a guy of Joe DiMaggio's era, and you go out there and you try to rob a home run with each. I wonder if having the bigger glove makes a difference in the game, like in their coding, so that the ball or the glove has a bigger range to catch the ball. I don't know. It's an interesting little theory. And that is going to be, is that strike 3? They're going to call me on strike 3 there. That is B to the S. But that's okay, because we are dominating here with Trevor Bauer on the mound. Jesus Sanchez will step up to lead off the bottom of the third for the Brew Crew. And we'll try to strike him out here with a curveball. He's hitting .357 on the season, so he's having a decent start to the year. And that'll go into the dugout, so can't get that one. Here comes the cutter, hardly knower. And Jesus Sanchez will send that to right field. Frank Thomas getting a little work in here. He's getting a little workout. He had the final out of the second inning. Now he has the first out of the third. Gabriel Moreno is the 9-hitter for the Brewers. Let's see if we can get a cutter action in here. And got him swinging. Strike 3. Out number 2. That's third strikeout of the day for Trevor Bauer. And Ordonez, we got him looking on a fastball in the first at-bat of the game. We'll see if we can strike him out on a cutter here. And no, he fouls that off. All right, so I'll try the slider this time. Always got to go with the 2 sliding balls. But he fouls both of those off, so you know what? We'll go back to the stinky cheese. He stared at it last time. He swings and misses over the top. You cannot resist the stinkiest of cheese. Strikeout number 4 for Trevor Bauer. Torrey Hunter will lead off the 4th. And look at the energy for Burt Blyleven. He can only go this inning, basically. And if I was good, I'd be able to capitalize on the relief pitcher having barely any energy left, and we'd be able to get even more runs off of him. But I completely missed that baseball with Torrey Hunter for some reason. Oh, wait, I know the reason. I'm bad. Ozuna grounds that to third base. That's actually caught by Chipper Jones. So it's the out number 2. That was a hard-hit baseball. I didn't think that he was going to catch that, but he did. And now it's time for Mark McGwire to put that into the left center gap. DiMaggio will come and get it, so it's only a single. To be fair, it's probably only a single for a lot of baseball players, except for maybe some of the fastest guys in baseball, like Ricky Henderson, Ellie De La Cruz, guys like that. Bo Jackson had a really hot start, but then what did I do last at-bat? I don't even remember. Strikeout, maybe? Oh, no, I walked last at-bat. That's right. I walked the last at-bat because he's 1 for 1 today, so. We've got 10 hits. We're looking pretty comfortable. See what we can do here. Bo Jackson! How did I get on top of that? Because I was early, that's why. That was a home run baseball just waiting to get out of the park. And I completely whiffed it. Completely whiffed it. DiMaggio fouls off the 99 fastball. And we will go with a little cutting action here. Strike him out. Ooh, got away from me. That one got away from me. But you always go back to the slider on the next pitch. Because it always gets him. DiMaggio down swanging. Strikeout number 5 for what? For T-Bow is what I wanted to say. But I couldn't even pronounce his nickname. Even though that's not his actual nickname. I just made that up on the spot. Chipper Jones grounds foul on the cutter. But this time we're not going to go slider. We're going to go change up away. And he's going to miss it. No, he's not. He's going to foul that off. Although technically he didn't miss it. He didn't hit it for like a base hit or anything. The curveball. Altuve passed him. And that's the first base hit of the day for the Milwaukee Brewers. The no-hitter perfect game is over. Darn you, Chipper. A steal situation from Chipper Jones? I guess, as Konerko check swings on a fastball, but it's called strike 3 regardless. I can't see myself throwing out Chipper Jones, but here he comes. It doesn't matter because Nomar Garciaparra swung and missed anyway. They were trying to maybe a hit and run situation, I guess. I don't know, but it didn't work. I was going to throw out Chipper Jones if I had to. 85 speed. You wouldn't think they'd try to steal on 85 speed, but maybe they don't believe Veritek's got the cannon to throw him out. And I guess we'll never know because he didn't get a chance to. Pedroia Good contact. Sends that to deep left center. But DiMaggio makes the ways. And he goes and gets it. Frank Robinson. I mean, Burt Blyleven cannot go more than this inning. There's absolutely no way. And I feel like if we do start to get around on him, they'll pull him. But, I mean, he's already got 2 outs. So, I mean, he might as well go the rest of the game or rest of the inning. Unless Jason Varitek wants to get crazy. Which I hope he does. Please get a little crazy for me. Varitek, that one's going to be off the mound into center field. A little one-hopper off the mound. And Varitek's got a 2-out single. Keeping the inning alive. Making Burt Blyleven work a little bit longer. He's going to be gassed for a while. He's gone, what, 3 innings of baseball? He's a relief pitcher. He's not even a long relief pitcher. He's just a relief pitcher. 2 for 2 for Correa with 2 singles. See if we can add to that. Or maybe get on base with a walk. I'll take either. I will take either. He's hitting .294 on the season so far. He's having a decent year. Nothing crazy. And he's got another single. 3 for 3 for Carlos Correa today. You love to see it. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. Top of the 5th. If we score a run here, they pull Burt Blyleven. That's pretty much a guarantee at this point. He's got no energy left. He's going to throw some meatballs, and Altuve needs to take advantage. Go. Go. Oh. That 2-seamer was pretty much as good as you're going to get it, and he didn't take that for a ride. Or at least as far of a ride as I would have liked. Bregman fouls off the first fastball, so it's 1-2 now. We'll give him a little cutting action, see if he can handle it. He could not. Alex Bregman, strike 3. That's out number 8, strikeout number 8 for Trevor Bauer, killing the game right now. But that is at number 2, right up the middle. Torrey Hunter goes and fields it. Gleyber Torres. He said, "You're not striking me out." And he just sent that right to center field. Jesus Sanchez. That could have been dangerous. Sends that foul territory left field. That could have been real dangerous. That could have been an RBI single or RBI double if he wasn't careful. What a changeup up in the zone. Sanchez was not prepared for it, and he just looks at it as it's called strike 3 for strikeout number 9 on the day for Trevor Bauer. He could be setting a franchise record here. Most strikeouts in a game. I would have to look that up. I don't know how many strikeouts a Blue Jay pitcher has ever thrown in a single game. But he's on track, I would assume. I mean, we're in the bottom of the 5th. He's already got 9. He's looking pretty good. Here comes the cutter. How do you not chase that? How do you not chase that? Moreno has discipline out the wazoo, but he does ground that changeup to Dustin Pedroia at third. Puts all of his arm into that one and gets the out. I am going to quickly, as this is loading up the next inning, I am going to quickly Google most strikeouts in a Blue Jay game. Most strikeouts thrown by a Blue Jays pitcher in a game. All right, what do we got here? Single game records, Toronto Blue Jays. All right, show me what we got here. We got strikeouts 23 in 2017. Somebody threw 23. It doesn't tell me who did that. It just tells me the date. It just tells me the date and when it happened. Individual batting records, individual pitching records. Most strikeouts, I'm assuming in a game, is 21. Blue Jays individual records. Hold on, I'm getting a lot of different things here. Let me go to something that's a little bit easier. So this says pitchers fan their most hitters for the Blue Jays in a game in a 4-0 shutout of the Blue Jays. Oh, so that's just happened against them. Most strikeouts for a Blue Jays pitcher in a single game. Here we go. Roger Clemens fanned the most hitters for Blue Jays in a game with 18 strikeouts against the Royals in 1998. Okay, there we go. So it's 18 strikeouts by Roger Clemens. Perfect. Good to know. Trevor Bauer is basically halfway there. Actually, he is halfway there because he's got 9. So Trevor Bauer is halfway to the record. Will it happen? That'd be cool. Be something to put on the thumbnail. But I don't know if it is going to. I've gotten close to different strikeout records with pitchers before. I remember last year with Roki Sasaki and the Royals, we got pretty close to the strikeout record for Royals pitcher, but we didn't break it. We were pretty close. Really close, though, I think. within maybe 2 or 3, I would imagine, if I remember correctly. Ozuna grounds into a double play. Not a good way to start the 6th inning, but hey, we've already got our 6 runs. We're pretty good. We're pretty good to go. And I didn't even realize they kept Blyleven out there for the 6th. They are just letting this guy out to dry here. What are we doing? Only 2 home runs in his last 9 games. He's got 8 RBIs, but only 2 home runs. Come on, McGuire. Pump some more roids in you and hit some more home runs. He sends that to left field, and that is a quick 6th inning for the boys. Not good. All right, Bauer, we know our destination. We just have to get there. I'd prefer if you didn't ground out to different guys in the infield. I'd prefer strikeouts. DiMaggio is going to be difficult to strike out, but we've done it before. And that is a nice pitch low in the zone. Here comes the cutter. He chases. How did he get his bat around that? That should not have been humanly possible to get your bat on that baseball. The slider, back to Bauer. Out number 2. Well, we're wasting this inning. We're supposed to be getting strikeouts. What are we doing here, boys? Chipper Jones, that's out number 3, but not a single strikeout. I don't like that. That means we're going to have to strike out like the rest of the game. Everybody's going to have to strike out if we want to even touch 18. And they finally pull Blyleven for Greg Weissert, who has a sinker as his number 1. I hate that. I hate when pitchers don't have a fastball as their number 1 pitch because that means they're going to throw off speed more likely than fastballs. And I don't like that at all. Even though it is kind of useful because off-speed stuff's easier to hit home runs off of. But that sinker, Bo Jackson goes down in the dirt to grab it. And he's got on base to lead off the 7th. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Good job, Bosif. And now we got Dustin Pedroia. What you got for me, Dustin? You just got your rejuvenation. You're back down under you're under 30. And now you're trying to rejuvenate your career, but it looks like you can't. That's an ugly fly out for out number 1. Also, he tried to jam me up. Jam. And it worked. Oh, what a fastball. I was not sitting fastball. Now that I know he's got off-speed stuff, I've been sitting off-speed every time, and I was not prepared for a fastball there. That's exactly what you want to have a pitcher like that, and Frank Robinson sends that to center field. But DiMaggio makes an easy catch. That's about the best contact I've had with Frank Robinson. In a while, at least. But now it's time for Jason Varitek. All right, JV, I need you to hit a base hit. Just get around something, maybe even a home run. I'll take a home run. I mean, I'm not asking for too much. I'll take a home run, though. Also take a walk, I guess. He already has 1 walk today. Ooh, they think that Bo Jackson's going to steal? I guess he could. I didn't really think about it too much. He probably could steal. How do I get the speed to show up on the little diamond up there? It's not telling me. I'd like to know how much speed Bo Jackson has. I feel like I do know how much speed he has, as I'm going to send him to third here, try to outrun that throw to third. Bo Jackson! He's not out! Are you serious? That's 2 times DiMaggio's thrown me out at third. Pitcher's getting tired. Interesting. I thought that he'd have a little bit more stamina. We're going to go Satchel Paige, and we're going to go Kirby. We'll go for both of those guys. I thought Bauer would have a little bit more stamina, but he has thrown over 100 pitches in the 7th inning, so I guess it's warranted that his stamina is so low. But also, he's only got 9 strikeouts, so he's not going to get the record today because I'm probably going to pull him after this inning. So that's unfortunate. Oh, that's a beamer of a ball. Frank Robinson almost had the play. Almost had the play. Just a little too hot. Little bit too hot. Alex Bregman up to the plate now. He's 0 for 2. That's a generous ball call. That's a ball right there. 3-1. Stares at a cutter. Strike 2. Do we go slider or changeup? Probably slider. Has a more chance of being a strike. Oh, Frank. I don't know if Frank's going to get there. Frank! Ah, Frank, no! He missed it. The shutout's over. Frank Robinson. I wasn't sure if he was going to get there. We cannot let him get an inside the park home run. He's got 41 speed. It's Alex Bregman. He's not going to go home. Thank God. Oh. Uh-oh, he would have been safe, though. Varitek misses the catch. Oh, that's upsetting. A triple from Bregman? Man, I didn't think Frank was going to get there. Oh, that's annoying. Trevor Bauer. I'm going to leave Trevor in because I'm hoping he can get out of this inning. I want him to go 7 strong. But it's too bad his shutout's over. Please don't go for a home run. Ah, Glaber with the Glay bomb. a glue bomb, whatever they call it. And that is Trevor Bauer's day done. Mound visit, bullpen, Satchel in the game. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Trevor Bauer allows 3 earned runs, and he really wouldn't have allowed any if he wasn't tired. If I would have taken him out before the 7th inning, he would have been dominant. It would have had to look like a dominant performance, but I got greedy, let him go another inning, and he got caught. But as long as Satchel Paige and the rest of the bullpen clean up the job and get out of here with the W, not allowing any more runs, then I'll be happy. I will be perfectly happy little boy. But I'd prefer if Jesus Sanchez would swing at a baseball and miss. Here comes the sinker. He sends that to left field. Jackson underneath it. And that is out number dos. Gabriel Moreno. I know words. Altuve, little can of corn, infield fly roll. Nope, nothing like that. But it is Altuve ending the inning. So we go top 8 after a glue bomb from Gleyber Torres. And Trevor Bauer ended the day. So we go top 8. Carlos Correa 9-1-2 for the Blue Jays. 3 singles for Correa. Make that 4. A 4-for-4 day for the guy that was supposed to be tired. He's got a 4-for-4 day with 4 singles and an RBI. I will take that. He can have his day off another day. That was a really good performance from Carlos Correa. Here comes Altuve, his teammate, former teammate at least. And Altuve with a home run! The slider was left hanging. No! It hooks foul. 7 feet outside the foul pole. Jose Altuve, I thought you smoked it. That was such a meaty little baseball, that slider. I'm sending Carlos Correa to third here. That's a little blooper. Get there, Correa. Get there. Dig, dig, dig. Oh, it's a bad throw to Chipper. He would have had him by a mile if he would have had an accurate throw. Unfortunately, Altuve didn't hit a home run, but he did move Correa to third for Torrey Hunter to step to the plate. 2 for 4 today. Torrey. It's a home run. That is a run that is home, but I missed it. Because the sinker came in a lot faster than I was expecting, that's for sure. I was expecting it to hook up a little bit, but it did not. It just came right down the pipe. He's only hitting 175 with runners in scoring position. Come on, Torrey. What did I draft you for if not to hit with runners in scoring position at the top of the lineup? Torrey. Okay. All right. Whatever, big dog. I know you got it in you. I know you got a base hit in you. Give us some extra insurance. Bring us back. That's not going to be the ideal situation. Although that's a miss. Go, Altuve. I didn't think DiMaggio was going to miss that. It is an out on Altuve, unfortunately, but I thought that DiMaggio was going to catch that, so I brought everybody back. It's an RBI single with a little like sac fly almost because Altuve got thrown out at second. And Ozuna sends that to center field, but DiMaggio is going to get that one pretty easy. That's a fastball right there, and I missed that too? How do I be missing these baseballs, baby? Mark McGwire. 3 for 4 today, Mark. I need a home run to add to the resume. The resume. That's not going to be it. Come on, Mark. Should I power swing with Mark? Maybe. Maybe that'd make a difference. Although I didn't power swing with Jose Altuve, and I almost had a home run with him, so here we go. There's the baseball. That's not a home run. That's not even a hit. It's an out to Gleyber Torres. Fan-flippin-tastic. All right, Satchel. I'll give you the 8th, and then we'll bring in somebody else in the 9th. That's not a strike? Whomst? Excuse me? How is that not a strike? I will sit down. I'll keep up Kirby. We'll have Chapman and Kirby warm up. We'll decide who we're going to bring in the 9th. I can't believe that wasn't a strike. That's a foul off to left field. And we'll give him a little slurve action here to try to strike him out. And he will swing and a miss. Strike 3. First out for the Blue Jays is Ordonez striking out Joe DiMaggio up next. Hitting Joe DiMaggio second feels weird, but it is what it is. And he's got a foul ball here. We'll go with the slurve. It worked just the previous pitch. Or previous out, I should say. Didn't work there. We'll go sinker now. Time for a sinking ball. And he barely made contact with that. That was like the tip top of the bat. But he is out at first. Altuve makes the play, and now it's Chipper Jones. Chipper. Chipper Jones. 1-1. Woo! Swinging right past that fastball. Like right past it. And that's a base hit into center field. That slurve was probably placed a little bit wrongly. Probably a little bit in the wrong position. But are they going to try to steal again? They tried this earlier. It doesn't say steal situation, but it doesn't mean he's not going to steal. And Frank will grab this one for the final out of the 8th. We will go to our half of the 9th. It's up 7-3. We're looking pretty confident. They bring in Rafael Montero to relieve whatever the other dude's name was. I forget who it was, but Montero will come in. Face Bo Jackson. It's not the ideal guy you want to face in your first at bat at bat of the coming out of the pen, but he got him out there. And I will schedule probably Chapman. Let's schedule Chapman. Put him in the game for the 9th, since he is a former closer after all. Pedroia up next, and Pedroia, ooh, nice rip on that one. That's going to go in the right center gap. We haven't had that in a while, since like the 2nd inning. And Pedroia, if you were faster, that's a triple. We need to get faster guys on this team. Although we're not going to play the Brewers every day, so. All right, so Pedroia's on second. Frank Robinson has a chance to get an RBI here. And Frank will send that to third base. Chipper Jones grabs it. Oh, Frank, I just can't connect with you, big dog. I don't know what it is, but I just don't have a... It's kind of like what happened last year with Mark McGwire. I just don't have a connection with Frank Robinson. I just can't hit with him for some reason. I'm trying my best. I mean, I'm getting hittable pitches. I'm just not hitting them. And none of my team is hitting well with runners in scoring position. No wonder we're losing a bunch of games. We're like 6 games under 500 right now, which is another weird thing. Usually my teams in year 1 play pretty well, but this year we're not playing that well at all. I mean, it's still early. We can still make the playoffs, obviously, but I mean, last year in the Mets series, we won the World Series in year number 1, so maybe that's not going to happen this time. Who knows? As Chapman comes in to shut the door in the 9th. We'll see what we got against Nomar Garcia Power. 5, 6, and 7 for the Brew Crew as they look to try to stay alive here, maybe take it to extras. Slider, oof, he just gets a piece of it, sends it foul. Nice catch by the ball boy. And we'll go two-seamer. No, he sends that to center field, right center field. He's got it. Torrey Hunter makes the catch, and that is the first out. First out of the day. Bregman had a disgusting triple earlier in the game. His last time up, actually. And we'll go Slider here. And he will barely make contact, just barely make contact with that. But he fouls it off. Splitter, wow, that's dangerous. Luckily he missed it, because that was disgusting. Two-seamer, sends it back up the middle. All right, 1 out base hit. We're not in any danger just yet, but that's kind of annoying that he gets on base there. For Gleyber Torres, the man who hit the 2-run homer to give them 3 runs. The slider, and Gleyber will get on base. Runners on first and second, 1 out in the inning. That opens up the double play ball. Well, I mean, the double play ball's already open up with Bregman on base, but double play is now even more in effect. And Sanchez won't even take the bat off the shoulders. Strike 3 looking. And it's down to Gabriel Moreno to save the Brew Crew. He has a ball that he bloops left field, but it goes foul. And this could be the final strike. Chapman with the delivery. He grounds to Pedroia. Pedroia on to second. And that's the ball game. The Blue Jays win 7-3 on the road in Milwaukee. In front of these drunk fans. I mean, those first 2 innings really just opened this game up. 3 runs in both innings. We were just popping off, and Trevor Bauer gets the W. 6 1/3. 9 strikeouts, a walk, 3 earned runs. 3 unfair earned runs, let's be honest. But he does have 3 earned runs. And he pitched pretty well. And now Correa can have that day off, so that's good. All right, so let's finish simulating the rest of the month of June here. We got a scouting assignment day, so we will take a look at that. We've got Emilio Cabrera, Nick Young, and Marcelo Valentine. Ooh, Marcelo Valentine. He's got the potential. This is the kind of potential guy that I would like. We'll keep an eye on him. And then Nick Young, really good defensive, really good speed center fielder, but not ideal. We'll see what we got around the rest of the board here. So we got a lot of pitchers. We got this guy, Billy Moeller. Moeller, I think is what his name is. You got Arlo Perez. Ooh, let's scout Arlo Perez. We'll keep Cabrera in there to figure out how good he is exactly. And then we'll take Marcelo Valentine out. And we will change him to maybe Eric Cordero. Cordero? Sure, let's do that. Finalize the scouting and continue on simulating. Correa's at the plate, and we lost. All right, we're losing a bunch of games. Bauer's going for the shutout. He's got another chance at the shutout. Oh, we got destroyed. Well, he got destroyed. We got the win, but Bauer just can't get a shutout, it looks like. Frank Robinson, we lose. Why are we losing so many games? Another scouting day. We know 80% on Emilio Cabrera. He's ended up not looking as good as I hoped. We know 100% on Eric Cordero. So we'll change the prospect here. We'll go with maybe Brian Pena. Yeah, let's go Brian Pena. Arlo Perez still looks pretty decent. I'm going to take Emilio Cabrera out. No, I want to know exactly how good he is. We're going to let him go. All right, let's get to the next week. Stanton's back healthy. Bases loaded for Mark McGwire. This is exact. Oh, but he needs a triple for the cycle. Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. You're not getting that. We do win 11-3, but that's a little crazy there. Oops. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to auto do that. All right, now we're building up a few wins here, but we need to keep winning. We are 2.5 games back of the Red Sox, who I think we just played, right? Yeah, we just swept them. That's nice. That helped us close the gap a little bit. 13 days for the draft. That'll end the episode. We know 100% on Arlo Perez. Arlo Perez got decent potential. He looks like a good pitcher. Or not a good pitcher. He looks like a good second baseman. Defensively, at least. And Emilio Cabrera could be a nice contact hitting right fielder. So we'll keep an eye on him. We'll change his the prospect out. These will be the final guys that we have to scout before the draft. So we'll put Brady Gant in there. We'll take out this dude, and we'll put in... Is he a pitcher? No, he's a second baseman. We'll put in somebody else, maybe. Maybe Bud Golden. Let's do Bud Golden. We'll do that. And then Brian Pena. We already know pretty much how good you are going to be, so I could take you out, but I'll keep scouting you just to finalize how good you are. All right, that's probably the final scouting day. We might have one more. We might have one more scouting day. But we need some wins here. There's a win against the Astros. Need to keep winning. Kirby Yates is in big trouble here, and we lost. Okay, so, I mean, it was warranted that he was in big trouble. Ozuna's on the plate, and we lose again. So, why are we playing so bad? Final scouting day. 3 games back of the Red Sox. I don't know why we're playing so bad. I mean, we're not that bad of a baseball team, but is Randy Johnson still getting shelled? Yeah, he's getting... Okay, Randy Johnson, what is going on with you? You're 3-13. We're going to have to maybe send you to a new team at the trade deadline next episode because I can't have 3-13 on my team. Same thing with Justin Verlander. I can't have that. So we're gonna figure something out there. We know 100% on Brian Pena. We'll change him one last time. We'll find somebody else. And maybe that somebody else is going to be David Bake. Bake? I don't know. David. Finalize the scouting. And we'll keep on moving on. Dustin Pedroia's got the bases loaded. And we lose. How do you have the bases loaded? We didn't do anything. All right, the draft is in one day. This is how we will wrap up the episode. Sim to the draft. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Sim to the draft. Auto, do whatever you want. Go to the draft. Here we go. Add prospects. So our scouted prospects. We got Brady Gant up to 55%. If he's there at pick 20, I'd consider it. We got 20% on Bo Patton, so we don't really know how good he's going to be. But we did get 100% on Brian Pena, Eric Cordero, Arlo Perez. We got 100% on a lot of guys, which I like. It's just a matter of who... Ooh, we finished up David Bake. He doesn't look as good as being a top 3 prospect. I don't know who's going to be our first round pick. I'm going to put the top guys on our draft board. The guys that are ranked at the top. Like Bud Golden, this guy, this guy, and this guy. That should be everybody. There we go. Okay, so all the top guys are on the board then. And then we'll just see how it goes. I mean, I'll put all the scouted guys on there now. So we'll put all the scouted guys on here. And we'll just see kind of where the chips fall. Chips? We're probably not going to get everybody that I've scouted here, but I'm not expecting to get everybody. I never do. All right, so we got our draft queue ready to go. Let's go to the draft. Pick it at number 20. We'll see what we got. We will see what we got. Guardians have the first pick, and they will take somebody. Peter Clayton, number 4 overall prospect. He's a starting pitcher. We didn't scout him, so we don't know anything about him, but hopefully he's good for them. Who knows? You know what? I don't care. He can suck. The Reds are up next. They take Grady Karnitz. He's the number 1 overall pitcher, or number 1 overall player. He's a shortstop. All right, good for him. And you know what? I like the Reds, so I hope he's a stud. Next up is the Colorado Rockies. They take David. We scouted him 100%. He doesn't look like a third-ranked prospect, but he could be good. I don't know. He looked okay. He didn't look like specifically special or anything. We're going to simulate to the Blue Jays pick who got taken that I had scouted. So Mitch Huntley leaves. That's good. I wasn't going to take him anyway. Bud Golden leaves. I would have considered Bud Golden. He looks really good. And then who else did I take, or who else got taken that I would have considered? Brady Gant. Ooh, that kind of hurts. I would have liked to take Brady Gant, but he's only 55%, so we don't know exactly how good he is. All right, so the guys that we have left, any top prospects available? So we got Albert McCall, who was ranked number 9, but we got him up to 100%. I don't think I'm going to take him in the first round. Guys that I would take in the first round probably would be Brian Pena, maybe Eric Cordero. I think I would take Eric Cordero more than Pena because Cordero has a better potential, and that's what I'm looking for when I'm trading guys. So I'm looking for guys that have a guaranteed better potential range, and Dominguez has that, and so does Cordero. So I'm going to take Eric Cordero with this first-round pick at pick number 20. 84 to 94, I'm hoping that's closer to 94. Big dog. All right, send to the next Blue Jays pick. Who's left on the board? Not a whole lot of guys. That's okay. But we do have a couple of guys that we have 100% scouted. So that's at least something. Pedro Acevedo. Looks like he could be decent. Ruben Salazar. Maybe be a little bit better. I think Ruben Salazar might be a little bit better. Brian Broom we didn't finish, so we don't know if his potential's true. But I think I'm going to take Ruben Salazar with this pick. Nice second-round pick. We'll go to the third round, and all that's left is Rico Padilla. And we didn't really get to scout him fully, but I'll take him anyway. Because he's on my board. All right, so everybody on my board got taken. That's kind of sucky. But that's what happens sometimes. So now we got to just hope for the best. Hope that we can draft some guys that are good. Get lucky, basically, is how this goes. Tyson Kincaid is a possible pickup here. Scott Hawley. None of these guys are going to be actually as good as they say they are. But I think I'm going to grab that one guy that we saw. Where's he at? Here he is. Tyson Kincaid. Welcome to the squad, Tyson. You're not going to be that good, but I hope you are. Who's next? Emmanuel Oliver? No. Lloyd Dolly? No. Carmen Prado? Ooh, he could be a nice speed guy, but he's only 10%. We don't know for sure. Derek Martins? That's a crazy mustache, big dog. That's a crazy one. We did just draft a right fielder, so let's take the dude with the crazy, or a shortstop. Let's take the dude with the crazy mustache. Derek Martins. He might stay on the team for the mustache alone. Next pick. This is pick 188, which is our final pick. Bobby Beatty. We could always use a catcher, I guess. Let's take Bobby. Oh, Bobby. Bobby Beatty is our final pick. And that is the 2024 MLB draft. Did we do a good job? Probably not, if we're being totally honest. It's probably not that good of a draft. But it's okay, because these guys aren't really that important anyway. So next episode will be the All-Star Game, the trade deadline, and potentially even sign in some draft picks. I don't know. It's going to be pretty intense. It's going to be a big episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Not going to enjoy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.